I'd still be putting hula hoops on my fingers. Because that's the only way to be in hula hoops, is to put them on your fingers. You know what I mean? At my big old age of 25, this is what I'd still be doing. I'm childish, I need to grow up. I'm addicted to hula hoops at the minute. Like, I've been eating probably like 4 packets of hula hoops a day. Off a really bad on it. And drinking Capri Suns. Capri Suns and hula hoops, 2 of my favourite things. Anyway, hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And to know if you're new here, let me just check my nipples now. No, okay. Anyway, hi everyone, welcome back to my Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And to know if you're new here, welcome, hi. My name is Holly Boone. Before we get into the video, please make sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, helps me out loads, really appreciate it. Also, I'm nearly at 700,000, which blows my mind. 700,000 people subscribe to my YouTube channel. What? That's crazy, you know. I'm gonna go through and answer some questions because I felt like just doing something chilled, something just sitting here talking, you know. That's just what I felt like doing. Also, I just want to say real quick, if I start bursting into like weird accents and random voices, it's because me and my friend do it all the time, and I feel like it's become part of my daily life, and when I talk I just start going into a weird voice, but it's just because we do it all the time and now it's stuck in my brain. So I feel like, why should I keep doing weird voices and stuff? That's the reason. What should I do to get over my ex? I'm feeling miserable, we broke up a week ago. A week is not long, like you're gonna need time to heal, and I just think process the emotions however you feel you need to. I think trying to disguise the emotions is when you can it can get bad for your mental health. I think just go through the motions, go through the hurt, like go through the feelings of the whole situation. So cry, get angry, eat loads of snacks, and then give yourself 2 weeks maximum to be doing that, and then you need to remember who the fuck you are. You need to get up, get your shit together, and remember who you are. And life's too short as well. You'll meet someone that's so amazing one day and you'll be like, why was I ever worried about my ex or whatever? Everything happens for a reason and you're not supposed to be together. So give yourself time to heal. Give yourself time to go through the motions of it, and then just, you gotta pull yourself together. You gotta pull yourself together. Because you're a boss. I don't know why I'm laughing, it's not funny. What is your favourite perfume? I get asked this all the time. I love perfume, I love scents, I'm obsessed, I have so many. But I'd say my top 3 are definitely Jo Malone, what is it called? Oh my god, I can't even remember. It's a Jo Malone one though, but I'll put it down below if you guys want. Jo Malone, Baccarat, and this one from Tom Ford. They're my 3 top at the minute. I also like Caroline Herrera. How do you take your recent Instagram pictures? I actually use my iPhone, but I have this light that I bought recently and it is so good. Like, I've literally got it behind the camera now. It's one of these like rectangle lights. It's not a ring light. I used to use a ring light, but it doesn't give me enough light. You know what I mean? And listen, I live in the UK. I need all the light I can get because it's literally dark all day, every day outside. So I got that from Amazon and I think it was probably like 30 quid, like it wasn't a lot, but it's like a rectangle light. Again, I'll put it in the description box, just remind me because I have the brain of a fish, so I'll probably forget, but comment down below in the comment section if I forget and I'll link it. But yeah, it's so good, it like gives you the best lighting for pictures. Like literally, look how good the lighting is. Sick! It's fucking sick. I'm literally sat on the floor against the wall because I don't really know, I have a chair right there, I could be sat on the chair, but sometimes I like sitting on the floor, do you know what I mean? Okay, next question. Do you always trust your gut? I try to, but I second guess myself sometimes. I'm the worst person for this ever. Like, I always tell myself, listen to your gut, listen to your gut, listen to your gut. And I just don't do it. I just don't do it. Yeah. It's annoying. Someone's put, do you enjoy being single? I do love my own space. I'm a very independent person and I really love being in my own environment. Like, I feel like if I get with someone and I end up in a relationship with someone, I'm still going to need my own time because I love my own space. Especially because I live on my own as well. I can't imagine ever living with someone now, which is bad, I don't know. But yeah, I do enjoy being single. I'm very independent. I just do my own thing. I have my own shit going on. So I do enjoy it, but at the same time, I am in love with the idea of being in love, if that makes sense. Like, I do really want that. Because I've never actually been in love with anyone before. Like, I've loved people and I've cared about people, of course, but I've never actually been in love with someone. So I kind of yeah, I do want that. Like, I want to share my life with someone. I want like a best friend. We can go traveling together. We can do our shit together. Like, I do want that, but I'm not like looking for it. I feel like if it happens, it happens. But I'm not like desperately trying to find it or anything like that. So yeah, I just feel like whatever happens, happens. I always just believe whatever's meant to be will be, you know. What happened to your Christmas collection that was then your Valentine's collection? So I did actually explain this on Instagram, but obviously not all of you follow me on Instagram, even though you asked me on Instagram, but you know, maybe you didn't see it. But basically, because of what's happened in China recently with the coronavirus, even though my lab is not actually situated near the virus, or where it's like mainly going on, the government have stopped people going to work. Just because they obviously don't want it to spread. It's already spread, so they probably don't want it to spread even more. But yeah, so basically my lab, I've been in contact with them. They're waiting on confirmation from the government that they're allowed to go back to work. So obviously everything has been put on hold for me at the moment, which is so frustrating because I had a collection that was supposed to launch this month, which now I'm thinking I'm gonna push it back to the end of the year because I have another launch coming before then. Actually 2. I have lashes coming, which is obviously already known. That's been delayed, obviously due to the virus, because they're not in work, so they're not able to get in to send them out, which is frustrating. But I also have 2 products launching for summer, which I'm really, oh my god, I'm so excited about because I've been wearing it for the longest time. I've been wearing this for the longest time, and I just can't wait to actually be able to share it with everyone because I know you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. You're gonna fucking love it. But yeah, I'm excited. So really the next big thing is probably gonna be around May now because everything's been pushed back. But yeah, everything comes to a reason. Maybe I wasn't supposed to launch that other collection. I always feel like, you know, these things happen. But yeah, someone's put, how do you maintain a healthy, motivated mindset? And how do you balance out your life? This is something that I'm still working on, how to balance my life. And I felt like I did sacrifice YouTube a little bit, but I needed to mentally because when you're so emotionally and mentally invested in the internet, like in your online life, it becomes bad for your mental health, in my opinion. So I really had to take a step back. Like I had to be like, listen, it's fluff, sorry. I had to be like, listen, I need to basically prioritize my mental state and take a step back, and I don't regret it. I mean, I feel like if I'd have stayed on track with posting as much as I was, then I might have been further along the line in my career. But at the same time, my mental health was in a bad way, which I never really speak about because I don't like to feel like I'm trying to look for sympathy because that's not what I'm doing. That's why I just feel like I never want to talk about it. And I feel like a lot of people will try and use it against me, which is so sad to say, but there are crazy people online that will try and use it against me. But the internet can be a dark place. And I feel like the bigger you get, the more it gets intense in regards to you get so much abuse and hate. And this is why I say, like, yeah, everyone says they want to be an influencer and everyone says they want to be a YouTuber, but you got to ask yourself, mentally, can you deal with it? Because it's not just trips and money and all of this stuff. Like, it's a lot that goes on. You get a lot of people make lies up about you. People will try and tarnish your career. People will send you abusive hate messages. People will send you death threats. People will send you vile nasty comments. People will do whatever they can to try and bring you down. And unfortunately, that is the world that we live in, and there are people like that. So you have to just ask yourself mentally, is it something that you could deal with? Because as much as I do not care what people think, and I'm being deadly serious, I do not give a fuck what anyone says about me. But there are days when, as human beings, we feel sad, we feel down, we feel this and that, and then you just don't like the added on top of it. It's like you already feel down, and then you've got all these people talking shit and sending you hate on top of it, which makes it worse. But yeah, like, the internet can be very cruel. So I was like, what's your thoughts on Caroline Flack and the changes that need to happen? I honestly felt like that hit me really hard. Like, I felt like when that news came about, like, I don't know what it was, but it hit me like in a weird way. And I think it's because when you have a big following on social media, you do get a lot of online abuse. You can you understand how bad it can get. And obviously Caroline was going through some personal situations, which I don't condone the behaviour that she did or whatever, but I don't feel like she needed to lose her life. And I think a lot of times as well, especially in the media, and a lot of people can twist things, make lies up. People are easily influenced, so you never know the full story of any situation. You just kind of go with what the media tells you, which people need to remember that not everything they read is the truth. But unfortunately, people are a bit naive and they do believe everything that they read. But yeah, I felt like that situation just kind of made me feel really weird, actually. Like, for 2 days, I just felt really weird. And my energy just felt off. And I think it's because it was such a shock. And I think a lot of us kind of saw it happen in a way. Like, we saw her going through this stage in her life that was, you know, she hit rock bottom. And then we saw all the stuff on social media, and we saw everyone commenting on it and people making memes about it, and people saying, you know, I remember when Love Island started, and I saw so many people tweet saying Beck Caroline's like crying in the shower that she's lost her job. And I just thought, like, at the time I thought, this is crazy. Like, I've been on the back end of a lot of online abuse, and I know what it feels like, and you honestly feel like the whole world hates you and you feel like there's no way out. Like, it's honestly the worst feeling. So I'm not sure if you can tell by the lighting or by my makeup or whatever, but I actually went to get food and then I had a nap. And I'm back to filming because my phone fucked up and all the questions just went, so I had to just try and figure it out. But yeah, I'm back. Hi. So the next question is, if you could find out when you're going to die, would you want to know and why? No, I really wouldn't want to know. Because I feel like if I knew, I'd probably live my life different. Do you know what I mean? Also, I feel like I'm actually not scared to die. I'm really scared of not living to my potential and not doing things to my potential or whatever. That's one thing that scares me. Like, I don't ever want to get old and look back and think, oh my god, I had so much potential to do that. I could have done that. I could have done this, that, da, da, da. I never did it. So that's one thing that scares me, is not living to my fullest potential. I've just realised this necklace has gone the way around because I was sleeping. I was out here napping. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so someone said, how do you stay so motivated? I honestly have days where I'm not motivated at all, and those are the days where I have to push myself, because I hate feeling unfulfilled or feeling unproductive. Those are two things that I hate. If I have a day where I feel like I've not really achieved anything in that day, then it just puts me in a weird mood. I don't like the feeling of not feeling productive, because yeah, I just feel like life is short, and if you have goals and dreams and stuff, you can't just be sitting around doing nothing. So yeah, even when I don't feel motivated, I still push myself, and then I feel like I eventually find the motivation. But there are days when I just think, oh, I really just don't have the energy, or I don't feel on the right vibe to be doing this today. But then once I'm doing it, I'm fine. But yeah, motivation, it depends on what you're doing with your life, because if you love what you do, then you'll always kind of feel motivated. Like, obviously you have days, but for the majority of the time, like, you'll feel motivated because you love what you do. So it just depends on that, I guess. So someone's put, help and advice to be confident and be happy, especially within yourself. I feel like in the last sort of 2 years, I've done a lot of inner work. Like, I've become way more spiritual in the last 2 years than I ever have. I've kind of started my spiritual journey, I want to say, about 5 years ago now, because I was actually working full time when I kind of started. But then I've taken it way more seriously in the last 2 years, and I genuinely feel like that brings me so much contentment and happiness and inner happiness, because I'm really dedicated to working on my me as a soul rather than what I look like. And I think as you get older, maybe that's something that happens to people, I don't know, because when I was younger, I was kind of more obsessed with how I looked and all of that shit. And now I feel like I'm way more emotionally invested in myself as a person, trying to be the best person I can be. and just more focused on, like, yes, my soul. And that brings me a lot of contentment and a lot of happiness, to be honest. Yeah, being spiritual, because I feel like I'm at peace with myself in a lot of aspects. So that brings me a lot of like confidence, happiness. Yeah, everyone's different though. It just depends. A lot of people aren't spiritual. Your opinion on becoming a YouTuber if you're scared to. Definitely have a real long, hard think about the reasons why you want to be a YouTuber, because there's, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that comes with it that a lot of people aren't mentally prepared for. And if you really want to do it, then do it, because fuck it, you can die tomorrow. And I say this all the time, and I'm one of these people that lived my life like this, is I always think, you can literally die next week, you can die tomorrow, you can die now. Like, why are you putting things on hold? I feel like, don't do that. You'll fully regret it. If you get older, you'll be like, why didn't I do that when I was younger? I always, if I feel like I want to do something, I just do it. I don't give a fuck. Like, recently, I felt like I wanted to post more like singing videos, because I love singing and it's another part of my life that I want to showcase, I want to do. And I felt like for the longest time I've just been scared to put it out there, because I started my journey in music years ago and it didn't really work out for me. So I kind of pushed it to one side, but it's always been a part of my life. So now I just think, fuck it, like, I'm going to put it out there, I'm going to sing, I'm going to post whatever the fuck I want, because listen, like, life's too short to have any regrets. And I know that I probably look back in 10 years time and be like, why didn't I try that side of things that I love? Because I sing a lot, I also write music. So yeah, just do whatever. Please just do what makes you happy, and do it. Don't even sweat it, don't think about it, just do it. Because yeah, life is crazy. And what's the worst that's gonna happen? It's not gonna work out. But you tried. That's all that matters. Sounds like a stupid question, but how are you so fine and happy single? I am so at peace with my life, with myself, with my independence, everything, that being single for me is not like a problem. Like, I enjoy it. I enjoy my space. Like I said, I'm very independent. So for me, it's never a problem. And it's going to take a very, very special person for me to be able to open up and share my life with somebody. That's going to take a very special person, because I'm extremely fussy. I'm not just going to go for anyone. Like, I'm not going to go for just anyone. Like, I am very, 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 very fussy, because I know that I'm absolutely fine on my own. So if anyone's going to come into my life, it's going to be a bonus. How do you deal with insecurities in a relationship? I feel like insecurities often come from lack of communication. So I feel like if you feel a certain type of way about something, the best thing for you to do is communicate that with your partner. And if they're adult and they deal with things in a mature way, then you can literally talk about anything. And just to express like what's making you feel a certain type of way, because a lot of times people don't know unless you speak up, like, because they're not mind readers, you know, they're not going to know. And if anyone's doing it anything on purpose to make you feel insecure, then they're obviously not a nice person and manipulative, and you need to get rid. So it's just one of those things where I feel like communication is just definitely key. And I think everyone has insecurities in relationships, especially when I feel like you really fuck with someone and you really like someone. There's going to be moments where you think, oh, like, I don't know, you're going to second guess things, or you're going to feel a certain type of way. So communication is just the best thing, because a lot of times our minds overthink things and think things are way worse than what they actually are. I've had a lot of people ask me about my spirituality, and yeah, I guess I could do a whole video on that if you want. Like, please let me know. Like I said, I don't like to, it's such a what's the word? It's such a big part of my life that I kind of get scared to share it. But I don't know. Yeah, I can definitely share my views and my thoughts and my life when it comes to spirituality, because I feel like it's been a massive thing. Definitely a massive thing in my life in the last 2 years. And I take it very seriously. So yeah. If you wanted to learn more about spirituality, I feel like the best people to watch are Russell Brand or Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan does a lot of podcasts about being spiritual. Also, Russell Brand is very intelligent and he speaks about it on a very, just a very intense level, and it's dope. It's sick. I fuck with Russell Brand. But yeah, I feel like that's all the questions I'm gonna answer for now, because I feel like this video is probably really long. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, something a little more chill. Let me know down below in the description box any videos you want me to film. I have loads actually that I need to edit. This is the problem, is I actually film loads of videos and then it comes to editing, and that's the one part that really just drains me because editing for me just takes so many hours. I'll spend like 5 hours editing sometimes, depending on the video. And it's just finding the time sometimes. But anyway, enough of that, enough of excuses. Yeah, let me know any videos you want to see down below. Also, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.